tialala, mundo tialala, nasa, 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 nasa.
There are leaders who have the interest serving people, and there are leaders who have personal interests which they fight for when they get the leadership or they get the power, because it's only the power that defends the leaders whom have personal interest to continue doing their dirty businesses or any other businesses which will not have any capacity of change to the local citizen who is down there casting his or her votes.
After years of rule, countries head for elections. And here in Kenya, it's after 5 years, all with the hope of creating a better tomorrow. Enshrined in the Constitution as a civic duty, Kenyans having attained the ages of 18 and above are guaranteed of an opportunity to elect their leaders, those of whom they entrust to safeguard their interests. But do the leaders really safeguard their interests?
I'm Omar Mohamed Omar. I was a chief agent in the previous political election, which was held on the 9th of August 2022. I had some experience as a chief agent in a constituency tallying center, which was in Kiambu County. For Kenyans, as the Constitution says, that it's our privilege and it's our right to go and put our ballot papers in the ballot boxes and choose our leaders which will represent us in the government and anywhere or the future of our needs in this country. So having a leader is a reality, and we can't do anything without leaders in a country or a running government which has no leaders. So by the right of choosing a leader as a Kenyan citizen, it's something democratic and it's a right worth to the person who you want him or her to benefit you as the leader of a country.
Pomp campaigns, mouth-watering promises, chest thumping usually fills the air during the election period. Promises and hopes for a better tomorrow are usually at the center stage. Religion is another tool used to garner votes. During this period, it is when verses and pews become friendlier to politicians. While those from whom they seek employment from aren't employed, one wonders, when did the tree start shaking? Did the gods forget about us?
Vitu kama unemployment zikiwa kuna wizi, mavijana wanaanza kufanya vitu mbaya mbaya nini juu unaona wako idle.
With the advent of technology, systems and processes are expected to be smooth, but they then become complicated. In 2016, the US election, it was discovered that there was interference from Russian intelligence officers in an operation known as Project Lacta, all with the aim of tampering with the outcome.
Do you believe that the January 2017 intelligence community assessment accurately characterized the extent of Russian activities in the 2016 election and its conclusion that Russian intelligence agencies were responsible for the hacking and leaking of information and using misinformation in order to influence our elections? Simple yes or no would suffice.
I do. Yes, sir. Yes, Senator.
Yes, I do.
Yes, I do.
Yes.
Yes.
In 2017, the Kenyan presidential election was annulled on the basis that there were too many discrepancies. For instance, servers could not be accessed.
So the ones which are entered manually are the ones which went to the screens?
The ones which were entered manually, my lord, are the ones which went to the screens, yes.
Okay.
But they were not the result, and they were not the result because of the decision of the Court of Appeal in Civil Appeal number 105 of 2017. They were provisional results.
Not only technology, election in most countries are do or die situation. Candidates running are willing to risk it all just to be at the helm of power. Best depicted by Olivia Pope in Scandal.
Election rigging is not an option.
I'm talking about doing a patriotic thing.
You're not serious.
I may be a sumbitch, but Fitz is clean as a whistle. Am I right, Cyrus? He's the real deal. A patriot, a believer. How rare is that? How often does that come along?
Once in a generation, if you're lucky.
I'm just saying this is our chance to put a man with integrity inside that big white house.
So you want to do this because Fitz is so good? Really?
Doesn't matter why I want to do it. Matters why you'd want to.
What are we talking about? Nothing.
Pull up a chair, Millie. Let's have a discussion.
You would think that only exists in movies. Go to Uganda, where Bobi Wine was intimidated for trying to challenge Museveni. In Tanzania, Tundu Lissu was shot at almost near death, just for standing for presidency. That is why, for example, in the recently concluded Kenyan elections, everyone was eyes wide open. Hence, a single turn of the head could land you in hot soup. Just like Erika Abadu sang, "Bag lady, you're going to hurt your back," dragging all the bags like that. I guess nobody ever told you. All you must hold on to is you. One day, all the bags are going to get in your way. One day, all the bags are going to get in your way. I said, one day, all the bags are going to get in your way. As elections become a do-or-die situation, another glaring reality arises. What is the validity of the vote if disparities emerge each time we vote? In the last 5 elections, Mr. Odinga, running for the top seat in Kenyan elections, has disputed the outcomes, citing irregularities.
Kenyans are deeply disturbed and angered by the attempt of this government to steal this election through a process that was fraudulent at every step of the way. The people know that they voted to reject the incumbent and put in place a president and a government they will have faith in. That is why they have elected me as the president. I have stated that nothing would have pleased me more if I had lost fairly. As you know that I'm a sportsman. And I always say, asiyekubali kushindwa sio mshindani. But I have a duty and responsibility to protect democracy in this country. The inaccurate and illegal tax results keep streaming. The system has failed. It is the machine that is voting. IBC has just said that no parties have disputed the results. How do parties dispute results which they do not even know their origins? Only Form 34A discloses the origins of the results. We therefore reject all the results streamed so far and demand that the IBC produces Form 34As from all the polling stations before any further results are announced. This statement is the National Super Alliance Coalition statement on the withdrawal of the candidature of Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga and His Excellencies Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka in the presidential election scheduled for 26 October 2017. Our view in Azimio is clear. The figures announced by Mr. Chebukati are null and void. I repeat, the figures announced by Mr. Chebukati are null and void and must be quashed by a court of law. In our view, there is neither a legally and validly declared winner nor a president-elect.
But the more he does so, the more deeper revelations arise. In 2013, it was discovered that the technology used was not tested and adequate backups prepared. And now in 2022, the role of the commission and the commissioner is on the table.
Moving forward, the elections will be free and fair because the government and the people concerned have been working so hard day and night to cover all the loopholes, and I think the elections will be much more harder to steal than we are now today.
A voter is then left wondering, does the election mean his or her life will change? Or is it yet another systemic process where the outcome is determined and promises are used to woo rather than to enable a better tomorrow?
Meno mio amore, la corte, meno mio amore, la corte.